Would you like some broccoli?
Oh, no vegetables, please.
Okay.
What's the matter, Casey? You look a little tired and you're moving a little slow today. When you make choices from my plate, it gets you ready to go, and you need all the foods to get the organs in your body to work properly. When you make my plate choices, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, proteins, dairy, it gets your body what you need. So wouldn't you like to try the vegetables today?
All right, I'll have some vegetables.
Your brain sends messages to all parts of your body and controls everything your body does. When you eat breakfast, lunch, and supper and follow my plate, you feel great. That is why it is important that your brain has a steady source of energy all day long.
Oh, this does smell delicious. I better eat.
Welcome to the brain. Your brain is the boss of your body. It lets you feel, think, learn, and remember. Each side of your brain is in charge of different kinds of thoughts and actions. The left side of your brain is used for speech and for things you have to do in a certain order, like tying your shoelaces. The right side of your brain is for thinking in pictures. If you had to draw a map of the way you go to school, you would think about the map using the right side of your brain. You have 5 senses. They send information to your brain about the outside world. The 5 senses are touching, seeing, hearing, smelling, and tasting.
The mouth is the first step in helping get energy from food to the brain. You need healthy teeth to be able to chew mouth-watering, crispy, crunchy foods, such as fruits and vegetables, so that they can be broken down into energy for the whole body. Let's take a closer look inside the mouth.
Welcome to the mouth. We have an example here of Mr. Gross Mouth. Each of you has a mouth that looks much nicer than Mr. Gross Mouth. It's important, in order to keep our gums, teeth, and tongue healthy, that we brush and floss between every meal and snack. So I have my big toothbrush here, and in order to brush our teeth, we need to brush on the tops and in between all the grooves. It's important to get on the sides of our teeth, but it is hard to get between our teeth. So instead of using the toothbrush, we will use floss to go between our teeth. This helps get out tooth decay and bacteria between each of our teeth. Sticky, sugary foods can help contribute to tooth decay. So let's take a look at some foods and see how much sugar is in each of those foods. So here, I have what would be the amount of sugar in 10 gummy bears. That is almost the whole entire tube full of sugar. However, compared to strawberries, a half a cup of strawberries, it has very little sugar inside. And these are 2 tubes, and this is 12 ounces of soda. So if you drink a can of soda, that is that much sugar that's going into your body from that 12 ounces.
After we swallow our food, the food enters a flexible tube called the esophagus. And from there, the food is moved to the stomach by a squeezing motion. In the stomach, the smashed pieces of food mix with digestive juices so that they can be broken down even more.
The stomach is like a stretchy bag that holds the food after it is eaten. When the stomach is empty, it shrinks like a balloon without air. As you eat, your stomach gets larger and larger. If you eat too much, your stomach may stretch out like this model so that it can't return to its original size like this. With a stretched out stomach, it's easier for you to eat more food than you need.
Once the food from the stomach is mixed with digestive juices and broken down into even smaller pieces, the food moves into the small intestines, where the nutrients from our food are broken down one last time and are now available for our bodies to use. Let's take a closer look at the small intestine and what happens there.
Welcome to the small intestine. The small intestine squeezes food along like toothpaste is squeezed through a tube. The tiny pieces of food are called nutrients. Nutrients move through the walls of the intestine and travel in the bloodstream to all the parts of the body. These are called villi. We all have villi in our small intestine. The villi are not just on the top of the intestine inside of our body, but also on the sides and bottom. The villi absorb nutrients from our food. The nutrient gets between the villi and then go through the intestinal wall into the bloodstream. Villi are like doors in the walls of the intestine. The villi in your body are tiny and hair-like. If we were to stretch out your small intestine, it'd be as long as this 20-foot rope. The villi will transport you into the bloodstream, where you will eventually travel to the heart.
Although not directly involved in helping our bodies digest food, the heart does need energy and nutrients from the food we eat. In fact, when we follow MyPlate and eat whole grains, fruits, vegetables, low-fat dairy, and lean meats and protein, then our heart is able to be healthy so that we can run, jump, play, and do our favorite activities.
Welcome to the heart. This model shows what the heart in your body looks like. Do you know how big your own heart is? It's about the size of your fist. Each time your heart beats, the heart muscle squeezes, making the heart act like a pump. When the walls of the heart squeeze together, they pump blood, just the way you can squeeze the water out of a plastic squeeze bottle. The heart has 4 sections called chambers. The blood moves through each of these chambers.
The heart isn't the only important organ that depends on nutrients from eating healthy foods. So do the lungs, bones, muscles, and skin. From the heart, blood is pumped to the lungs. Let's see what happens inside the lungs.
Lungs take the oxygen from the air you breathe and pass it to the blood so it can go to all the parts of your body. We get new oxygen from the air each time we breathe in, and we get rid of carbon dioxide each time we breathe out. Let's see what healthy lungs should look like. When you smoke, your lungs turn dark gray from the tars and nicotine in the smoke. Smoking increases your risk of lung disease.
We build strong bones by eating healthy foods and following MyPlate recommendations. Did you know that the dairy food group on MyPlate provides calcium, vitamin D, and protein to help us build strong bones? Let's find out more.
We build strong bones by eating smart, which means eating a variety of foods that are high in calcium. Bodies have 206 bones. Our bones make up the framework called our skeleton. Our bones are long, short, round, flat, big, and little. About 100 of our bones are in our hands and our feet. Our smallest bones are in our ear, and it's smaller than a grain of rice.
Nutrients from the food we eat not only help build strong bones, but also help build strong muscles that help move our bones so that we can run, jump, play, and do our favorite activities. Let's find out more about our muscles.
Did you know that we have 636 different muscles in our body from our head to our toes? We have different size muscles in our body. We have small muscles, medium muscles, and large size muscles. This is what 1 pound of muscle tissue looks like in our body. And this is what 1 pound of fat tissue looks like in our body. Which do you think is healthier? If you said the muscle tissue, you're correct. I can see the muscles working in my body when I grab this turtle bean bag and I squeeze. I can see the muscles working in my hand and my arm. Now you give it a try. Hold your hand out and make a fist and squeeze, and you can see your muscles working in your hand and your arm.
Did you know that the skin is the largest organ in the body? For the last stop in our body, let's learn what the skin does and why it is important to take good care of our skin from the inside and the outside.
Welcome to the skin. Skin is a protective covering for the body. It covers all of the other body parts you visited today. It helps protect your muscles, your bones, your heart, and all of your body parts. Too much sun can hurt the skin. Wearing sunscreen with an SPF of at least 30 helps protect the skin. Raise your hand if you use sunscreen. It's a good idea to wear sunscreen when you're outdoors. Don't forget your face, your neck, and the tops of your ears. Use sunscreen often when you are swimming and again after you dry off. Wearing a big hat or long sleeves will also protect your skin from the sun.
We just learned that the skin helps protect our bodies from harmful germs. But another way that we can protect our bodies and keep our bodies healthy is by washing our hands. Washing our hands is just as important for keeping our bodies healthy as following my plate and eating a variety of foods.
I'm glad I finished my lunch. My stomach quit growling and I'm not tired anymore. Now I'm gonna go play with my friends.